Whether you operate one forklift or thousands, one location or hundreds, the new My Toyota customer portal can help you optimize your operation and material handling equipment. This one-stop, free-to-use platform is designed to help you take control of your information and make smarter decisions, all at the touch of a button. Register and access your data today at my.toyotaforklift.com. That's my.toyotaforklift.com.
Today's warehouse needs to keep inventory moving smoothly and quickly. Meet these challenges with on-demand warehouse labeling from Brother Mobile Solutions. Our mobile and industrial printers will help optimize your operations to achieve the speed, reliability, and durability your warehouse needs. With easy integration for existing warehouse technology, convenient portability, and upfront affordability, Brother Mobile Solutions is at your side when it comes to warehouse labeling. Try one for free today by visiting brothermobilesolutions.com/new warehouse or click the link in the show notes. That's brothermobilesolutions.com/new warehouse to try one for free today.
The New Warehouse Podcast, hosted by Kevin Lawton, is your source for insights and ideas from the distribution, transportation, and logistics industry. A new episode every Monday morning brings you the latest from industry experts and thought leaders. And now, here's Kevin.
Hey, it's Kevin Lawton with the New Warehouse Podcast, bringing you a new episode today. And on today's episode, I am going to be joined by Julio Diaz. He is the founder and CEO of iLogistics USA. And iLogistics is an e-commerce 3PL fulfillment company based out of Miami, Florida. And interestingly enough, I think when I first started the New Warehouse Podcast, iLogistics was like one of the first accounts I want to say I followed on Instagram under the New Warehouse profile, and Julio and I just kind of recently connected, and now he's on the podcast and he's joining us right from the warehouse where he's at. So you may hear some forklift noise in the background, which, you know, is good for the new warehouse, right? So Julio's going to talk to us a little bit about iLogistics and also talk to us a little bit about the e-commerce space here in 2023 and some of the things that he's seen over his time as CEO of iLogistics during the pandemic and things like that. So Julio, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good, Kevin. First of all, thank you very much, for inviting me. It's going to be really fun conversation. I'm really excited, right? Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yeah, definitely happy to have you on. Happy to learn more about iLogistics and everything that you see going on with e-commerce right now and what we've been seeing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about iLogistics and how you started iLogistics, and I guess why too? Why did you start iLogistics?
Okay, well, that's a really funny question.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually I started iLogistics USA. I founded it on 2018,
Mm-hmm.
Back in those years, I was like an Uber driver, like delivery guys and everything. Right. So I started working in a fulfillment center, a small fulfillment center, because one client, I got in touch with him and he needed help. I need to send you to my warehouse to do a kitting and assembly. I remember that work. That's actually my first service that I offer.
Oh, okay.
All right. So he just invited me over, to work with him over there, because actually his 3PL, they couldn't do the work. So he needed extra help.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. I went with my brother. So we started working with them in that fulfillment. And I was a huge fulfillment, like 100,000 square feet warehouse, something like that. And I was taking a look into the whole operation. I'm a really curious person. I really like to do, to see what's going on. And I started looking what they're doing, they're receiving containers or they receive pallets, they do some inventory and they put it, in shelf, bins, or I didn't really know what is that.
Yeah.
After several days, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, I started searching. I need to know what is this, how it works, how everything works. When I started searching for that, all right, it was in 2017, actually, a year before. And I started looking what it is. I went to another fulfillment to take a look how it looks like by internet. Just doing internet. And my brother and I got an idea like, hey, why we don't propose to that guy? We can do it that for his operation. Okay? He was a big customer.
Yeah.
So he just decided like, but how you know about it? Like, hey, we know we have a warehouse.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs. I didn't know anything, but I want to, show them like I could do it. So I start talking to some people that I know. Okay, actually friends from my dad. Mm-hmm. And he bring us like, hey, you can use my warehouse. It's like 1,000 square feet, but you can use it and go ahead.
Yeah, something.
And we bring that customer, the guy, okay, the owner of the brand. He was a gummy guy, like the gummies, like for kids.
Yeah.
So we bring him over, like, hey, visit us, and we can see it. Like when he come over to the warehouse, the first thing that he said, that's too small. Like my inventory is not gonna fix here.
Yeah.
But my attitude, like always positive, like, hey, yeah. I absolutely can do it for you, all right? Mm-hmm. So when he said, like, like the attitude, the good vibe and the good energy, like he said, I mean, let's try that shot. How we calculate the prices, because we didn't know how to work.
Yeah.
I get in touch with the accounting girl, all right, from the other fulfillment, really, really close, all right? And she just gave me an invoice of what they charge for him. And when I realized, like, pallet in, storage, picking, packing, like order fulfillment and all kitting and assembly. Like, I simulate the same thing, okay, just with a less price. All right. He had like, $20 pallet in, $15 pallet in. I just accommodate some numbers and I showed to him like the proposal. And before he say yes, we didn't have even the company. All right. We didn't have iLogistics USA. We just say something to him and he really liked the vibe. Okay. We worked for him like a couple of months, all right? So suddenly he just say, all right, I'm gonna send you the inventory. Okay, you're gonna do the work. All right, perfect. We start working on that. Like, actually, iLogistics USA became the name for we think about Apple, iLogistics, iPhone. Apple is gonna buy the name. I don't know what we talk about that time. So we just created a company on 8/8/2018. So it was the year, like 8/2018. We just created a name. We just, we created the LLC. We talked to the guy like, hey, Ramon was the name of the person. Hey, Ramon, please help us. 3 months, for rent free. We didn't have like that much money. All right. Yeah. And he said, okay, let's do it. I don't know the business, but go ahead. We bring the customer. And when he bring the customer, he arrived with 6 containers. We couldn't put it in the warehouse. Yeah. We talked to Ramon that has another warehouse that like next to the one. Yeah. He borrowed the space. Like, okay, do it. Like, let's see what's going on. And since that day, all right, we start working 24/7, Kevin. Really 24/7 during the night, like wrapping pallets, because during the day we cannot work because the warehouse is too small. We couldn't do anything at the warehouse. We have to work outside of the warehouse. People is gonna go like, what? Yeah, we have to work outside. I mean, actually, if the customer see that video, it's gonna like, what? All right, but we have to do the work. He just placed orders. Hey, I need this, and this pallet. He was a B2B customer, not B2C. So we went out of the warehouse, palletizing and stuff. Yeah. Since then, after 3 months like 5 months, we decided to go bigger. Okay, we went to like a 5,000 square feet warehouse. Okay, so we just decided to move to the new place. We went big. We said thank you to the other person. We paid to him because we already started, like getting some money back. So we just realized, hey, we need to move. Since that day, when we moved, I love to do networking. That's why actually I contact you. I really go to Chicago, Vegas, like to do networking with people. And around Miami, there's a lot of people that Fort Lauderdale, Miami, like many places they're doing, like networking. So I start talking and the first time I listened to like Amazon, it was like in 2019. Yeah. Amazon FBA prep. What is a prep? Like we didn't realize, I didn't know about beans either. Like I saw it, but I don't know how it works because we're just like a B2B business. Yeah. All right. So we went to the networking and I started getting in touch, okay, with a lot of people. They start mentioning, okay, oh, Amazon Prep, you have a warehouse, you don't do that, and you can help e-commerce business. And I start like realizing, and I back to my computer, like a really curious guy, e-commerce, Amazon Prep, because the first customer, he didn't sell on internet. He just, like a B2B selling to TJ Maxx, to a big brands, to a big, retailers. So I start taking a look on that, and at that warehouse, that warehouse is the one that I used to be before this one. All right.
Okay.
I just start finding out. I find a marketing team. Hey, I need to promote this business. Amazon FBA prep and fulfillment retailer. I got a system. In that moment was Magaya, like, hey, talking about the system. I learned a lot. Me and my brother, in that moment, both of us, right? Learning the system, how it works, how the order entered to us, how we pick it, pack it, start doing the real work. In the other warehouse, suddenly, the big fish, right, the one that they got me, he decided, no, I'm going to my own warehouse.
Yeah.
We were in the top, like really earning a lot of money with him, but working mostly for him.
Yeah.
He suddenly just said, like, hey, stop it. We have a couple of retail, like fulfillment, but I mean, it's not enough. That business is just, like by cents, by dollar. It's not that big, but it's a volume business. So he just decided to leave us, and we say, wow, what's going on? We had to talk to the guy, like, hey, I cannot pay you the rent. Okay, we double up the rent, so we cannot pay you. I'm a God believer, and God said, like, hey, put the hands in his heart. Hey, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you 3 months for you find more customers. Okay, I like your business. Your business looks good. Like, really? Yes, go ahead. I start double up my networking, like going to events the whole day, talking to people. Hey, I do this and do this and do this. And the funny story out of this, I bring people to the warehouse and they see orders that we just, the USPS, they give boxes and envelopes. We just build it for they see like, oh, wow, they do a lot of orders, It was in 2019, 2020. I have really the business going on since 2020 that suddenly I went to a networking in Miami, like in Miami Center, in Miami Beach, and I got a customer that his name is a name, all right? And he started like explain me what he does, okay? Hey, I do this, I sell on Shopify, and when he told me that, I really, my energy, I guess that I attract whatever I want. He just give me the opportunity to that, and I bring that customer, one customer, level of my business again, okay? From like almost zero to go ahead. And then I learned like, hey, I cannot confirm with one customer. It cannot be my 100%. So I start looking for brands, putting Google ads and stuff. And since that moment, just little brand comes, like nowadays, okay, it happens. I came to this warehouse in May of last year. All right. And actually this year I'm moving to a new place because I'm really growing a lot. Oh, wow. A lot of brands, like picking and packing, and I have brands for, as you see, toys, clothing, vitamins, fajas colombiana, the thing that the girls put on here to
the waist trainers,
exactly. So I start really getting a lot of customers, and from the other side I said to the guy, hey, I'm really packed. December of 2020 I just decided like, hey, your head, I need to move. Well, why? I can offer you more space. No, you don't have more space here. Like it really is small for us. We talk to people. We find this warehouse. I mean, we move from like 2 high docks, all right, until 6. Right now we have 6. And actually I'm planning right now to move to 15 doors because the business just exploded, And with more money, more ads, more advertisement, I can go right now more networking, and that's my work actually. Right now I'm just talking to people and like, hey, I'm doing this, and Latino America is a really good market because it's not common use these type of services. All right, I'm actually Venezuelan, right? So when I tell, I'm actually an influencer, like as you saw my social media, like talking about what is a 3PL. Many people, they don't know it. So I start getting in touch with my Latin American people. So they don't know it, and they have big brands. Like I have right now, like 2 of my big brands are Colombian, right? Okay. It's a supplement one, and the other one is from these things for the girl. So they're really huge. So, and they didn't know they can delegate that action, and at 3PL Logistics, they handle everything for them. Okay. So that's basically how iLogistics USA is from today, really growing. I mean, it's entrepreneur years because it went from here to 0. But I'm really, like happy where I am right now, working a lot. Okay, because I really love what I'm doing. But I feel really excited to see the brands growing. Okay, because our help, all right, like they just focus on sales, on marketing, and my team, okay, it's a really good team, and we help those customers, like to always scaling. So that's basically how we started.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting story, and I love you just figured it out basically how to do it and try to, even with 1,000 square feet, you're able to make some business happen and grow to where you are now, which I think is a great thing. But I'm curious, you mentioned there like the Latin American countries, like not really familiar with the idea of a 3PL. Why do you think that is? Like, I'm curious why that is.
All right. I'm going to tell you the right answer for that. Why? They are they don't trust to people like to delegate it.
Interesting.
They want their own thing.
Yeah.
I have a brand. I want my own warehouse. I have this. Like they think that delegating that action, like putting somebody to work for them, is not real. They don't trust. You know, and this type of thing happens. I mean, I'm a closer. I'm a seller guy, and when I'm talking to them and explaining to them how it works, they just get like, really? I mean, you're gonna handle my inventory? You're gonna handle this and this and this and this for me? Say, yes, my team is just basically for you. You have a warehouse without having a warehouse. Yeah, and they go just like boom. All right, and there is a lot of people they don't delegate, and they have the warehouse teams and the software, and sometimes they close. They have to bankruptcy because it's too much things, and they don't.
It's too much overhead.
They just simple like that's the reason they don't trust it. That is a company that can help them to just level up your business. Oh, but you're gonna get my idea. You're gonna get my suppliers because Kevin, I receive the whole information. I receive invoices. I receive everything. Okay, but as I said to actually my close circle friends, I don't have the time to take a look at your supplier. I don't have the time to go to call to create. No, I'm focused on my thing. I'm focused on logistics, and actually I sign a contract with my clients. It's a private contract, so I don't have anything to do with your brand. I need you sell, and we earn. We work together. Okay, if you grow, I grow with you because actually I have been growing because my customers growing. All right. If they go up, I go up on a space. So that's my work. Find a new warehouse, find a new team, so I don't have the time to look at the supplier, like people, and that's Latin American. They don't believe, not all of them, but I'm actually getting into them.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, I guess because, I think in America here, I think the 3PL is like very widespread, right? I mean, there's so many 3PLs out there, big, small, medium size, handling everything. I think it's kind of like just an accepted thing. And so it's interesting to hear some cultural differences about that. So, with the 3PL business, and obviously you're focusing on primarily e-commerce now, it sounds like. So, through the pandemic, there certainly was like a boom in e-commerce, right? So I'm curious, what types of, changes did you see from your customers or potentially new customers coming in during the pandemic that were looking to expand their e-commerce services? What was going on during that time?
We'll be back after a quick break.
You hear a lot about supply chains these days, because if the past couple years have taught us anything, it's that an efficient, well-managed supply chain is absolutely critical to keeping businesses successful and consumers happy. I'm Will Haywood, and I host a podcast called All Business, No Boundaries, where we talk about supply chains, how they work, what happens when they don't, and the innovations that are redefining what's possible in the world of logistics. Join me for insightful interviews with thought leaders and industry experts. We discuss how optimizing supply chains can break down the barriers that are holding businesses back. That's All Business, No Boundaries by DHL Supply Chain. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, actually, Kevin, the pandemic was the best thing that happened in my life.
A lot of business, right?
I'm so sorry, but wow, in my business, many people close their business, but other company, they just level up their businesses, all right? And I actually was the one that really level up my business. During pandemic, okay, when it started, many people take advantage, all right, and start moving their business right away to e-commerce. They start selling a lot. I mean, as you know, Amazon have been growing a lot.
Yeah.
So I handle Amazon customers. I do FBM for them. So I keep the storage and I do the pick and pack and I ship to them. All right. Same thing as FBA prep. I prep the products and ship it to them. So when the pandemic started, all right, just people, the smart people, like the people that, hey, I need to do something with my business. What should I do? They just start moving on. Right. And those days when I start receiving leads without even have that much marketing, all right, because I still a small business.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that much. At that time, I have like $300 per month, something like that. It's not that much. All right. I had to level up like a 1,500. All right. Because if with 300, I got a lot of leads. Can you mind like going up? So a lot of people are just searching for the service. Okay. Because not all of my customers actually is less than 5% of my customers are Latin American and just getting into them. All right. Most of them are out of the country. A couple of them are the US, but I got Italian, Germany, many countries. All right.
Yeah.
So people just went smart and they start looking for the services. And at that time, people are at home. People are buying products. Okay. I didn't close during pandemic any day. I mean, people, like covering masks and the thing of the hand, really good care. And thanks God, any of my employees got sick or anything at that time. And we really went crazy. A lot of new customers, a lot of inventory coming in. Wow. It was a really good decision. Like, just stay, because at the beginning, like, oh, pandemic, what's going on?
Yeah.
But my customer invest more in their businesses, okay, and they level on sales. Wow. And nowadays, those customers, all right, that they invest on their business in that time, they're kind of my big customer right now, okay, because they really went big. Okay, people more, like I have a customer that he sells bags, like handbags for girls.
Yeah.
Since pandemic, he just sent like a pallet to us, like, hey, I send it to you, you keep it. And after pandemic, he starts selling on Saks Fifth Avenue. He starts selling, like, sending containers, right? Because people just staying at home, like searching for something. Oh, I like this bag. Oh, I like, and the product is really good. Like it's leather. It's really good, the product. So he went really big, and actually he's kind of my friend right now. Out of customer, he's kind of my friend. I when I go to New York, I talk to him. Like drink a coffee with him, and he's really nice. And he's wow. I mean, he's in another level. Okay, after pandemic, back in pandemic was really my best year. All right, it went. Doing the numbers, I tripled my numbers. I really tripled my numbers. All right, since the year that I go starting, I triple up. And the next year, triple up. And this year, I mean, that business is really amazing. I really love how brands grow. All right, because they just, hey, I'm focused on sales, and I have a couple of customers that really are big. They have a sales team. So that's a good thing to tell. Okay, they are working every single day, finding people to buy their products. All right, and they don't have to worry about the warehouse. So, but pandemic was good.
Yeah, interesting. So, I mean, obviously, the like you said, everybody was at home, so everybody was just like searching for stuff, buying stuff, right? And
even
obviously
though to save money.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Americans are vendors a lot. I mean, without any offense, I love being here. I really thanks for America. But I mean, they really like to spend money even though they're at home. They're buying and buying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last Q4, Kevin, wow, it really went crazy. And people saying it's a recession. It depends on how you look the recession. I'm getting advantage of the recession, really. So it depends how you look the situation.
Yeah, so now, I mean, coming out of, because I mean, we're essentially out of the pandemic right now, and you're looking into the future, and like you said, you're growing and you're moving into a larger space as well. Where do you think e-commerce is going in this year and the next year to come? Like, where do you think what direction is it going into? Are more businesses going to be getting into e-commerce? What do you think?
Okay, e-commerce. Actually, I have those statistics in my Instagram. It's going up. I mean, it's not going to stop it. In my opinion, it's just the beginning of e-commerce. Okay, as everybody know, everything is moving to technology. All right, I always gonna put Airbnb, Uber, Amazon, all right? Etsy. Etsy is a platform, okay, that sells only like handcraft, but it's
Yeah.
number 6 in the whole world. Etsy is really growing a lot, okay? Got a lot of people selling on Etsy. A lot of expensive things because they're handcraft. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a original piece. So it's really level up. In the future years, no more than 3 years, I guess it's gonna be this or next year. Amazon is gonna start trying the drones to deliver
Right.
your box out of
Yes.
your house. So when Amazon do that, Walmart, Walmart is a huge marketplace right now. They are growing. Their system, all right, is not that good. All right, the API right now is not that good, but they're improving. Okay, they're not gonna be alone. Hey, Amazon, you're not gonna go that far. I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin, the future is e-commerce. E-commerce plus technology. All
Yeah.
right. In my business, I'm actually already not now because I'm gonna grow to the next warehouse, but in my vision, okay, my steps for my business to put robots in the warehouse, like doing
Yeah.
manually. As I said, I'm a small business right now. When I see growing, I see like I'm not gonna call my competition. I don't believe in that word, but I'm gonna call the people that do the same thing as I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
They really, I mean, robots going around, few humans,
Yeah.
you have contract one to repair or whatever, and it's going huge because Amazon is in the top one. Okay, it's the top, is the number one.
Right.
However, the other ones are really, like scaling. Like, hey, and many people they prefer going online, okay, than being in a store. Like you have to pay the rent, you have to pay something, you have to be the space. No, not a lot of people going to the mall. Still a lot of people going to the mall, but there is a lot of people they order everything online. I mean, I'm the person that I order my market, my grocery on Amazon. I mean, I don't even go out to places. Can you imagine the new generation? I have two daughters. So can you imagine that generation? They're not gonna even go out. They just go out
Right.
to even I don't know, even to take a walk because technology and everything.
Yeah.
So e-commerce is just starting. It's really starting.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and interesting point at the end there, because you even see now, like the next generation you're talking about, like TikTok is now building out fulfillment services, right? And you're able to shop on TikTok and things like that. So I think it's, like you said, e-commerce is just going to continue to grow. I think it's just the experiences of how you buy and things like that are going to just get more interactive and more interesting on how you actually make those purchases and see the things, right? So really interesting stuff, and it's a great story to hear how you've built this business and are continuing to grow. I'm definitely very happy to have had you on the show here to talk e-commerce a little bit and tell your story
Kevin.
as
Really,
well.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for this. And actually, I always like to tell the story of my business from the beginning. Because I'm a really motivated guy to let people know, hey, you can do everything in life. You have to put something, go write a goal where you want to go and go for it. I didn't have any money at that time.
Yeah.
And I just growing, talking, connecting with people. More than business, more than money is connecting with people and go for it. Okay. People that are really going to take a look on this, just go for it. Believe me, anything possible. Oh, I don't have the money to create a brand. Connect with people, and people is gonna like, hey, support you or whatever. Everything's energy. I believe a lot of in the energy. So if you have really good energy, everything's come along.
Yeah, great stuff, and it's great to have you on the show. And if people want to learn more about iLogistics, how can they do that?
All right, so they can find the company as as a letter I, Logistics USA. All right, and my personal Instagram, it will be Julio Diaz with Z, Julio Diaz 3PL. So I talk a lot about 3PL. This year I'm gonna focus on the English section. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna be really happy to people understand more about how everything works by detailing.
All right, great. And we'll definitely put all that information at thenewwarehouse.com as well. So Julio, thank you once again for your time on the show today.
You've been listening to the New Warehouse Podcast with Kevin Lawton. Subscribe and check us out online at thenewwarehouse.com.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you want more content from the new warehouse, check out our new video series called All Hands on LinkedIn. Just search for the new warehouse on LinkedIn and follow along.